There is no one like him. NFL Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, 9-time Pro Bowler. You have 8 All-Pros, one of the greatest safeties in NFL history. Hello, the coolest guy ever. Ed Reed, how are you?
I'm good. I won't correct you, but you're going to have to go back and do your research.
Tell me. let me have
9.
it. 9 All-Pros?
Come on.
9 Pro Bowls. We have 8 All-Pros. Wow.
Oh, okay, you said Pro.
Yeah, 9 Pro Bowls, 8 All-Pros. What if we just say a perfect player? The greatest safety in NFL history. How are you? How are you feeling? I'm good.
I'm good. I'm really good. I can't complain.
Okay, you're smoking a cigar. Where are you right now? What's going on? What's your life like? What's it like to be Ed Reed?
In Ed's country, as I like to call it. This is my own country. Everything changes once you come through my gates. I'm at my house, chilling with my dog, with B More, outside smoking a cigar, somewhere on Earth.
Ed, how many cigars? Do you smoke a cigar every day?
Lately I haven't been. I had cut back, took a little break because I sell cigars. It's actually my logo and stuff right there. But I took a little break. I sell cigars, sell trees and stuff. So, you know, I had to do things a little different. Started some business ventures, you know. So things are different for me.
I'm happy for you. You really are the coolest person ever. When I look at you, I see you're the perfect person to talk to. Hours away, Ravens, Chiefs in Kansas City. I look at you and I think, and I see the Ravens logo. And I also, the second I look at you, I think Andy Reid. It's just the first thing I think of because let's go back to 2008. Tell me what that smile's all about. You, Andy's Eagles, pick him off twice. Talk to me about this 108-yarder.
Oh wow! He threw it late. He threw it real late. They actually, had to step on me for a second. I think I had enough burst to catch it regardless. But yeah, he threw it late. They took McNabb out. They drove down the field. Cobb threw it, and yeah. He could have pushed me out of bounds right about here, but you see that move is like that's an old school backyard move right there. And Haruki Nakamura wanted me to pitch the ball, but yeah, that was just that was a great moment in time for me. Some of the best times playing football, honestly, training and everything. Life was good, obviously. First year Harbaugh came there. And going against Andy Reid, his kind of his mentor, so to say, and here we are again years later, so it's awesome to see that. Records are meant to be broken. I see it a good bit. I obviously love to see those things, man. That's all we get is the memories and the moments, while we're here. That's why we have the now. Yeah. Right now we have the now. Is all that matters.
That's the one. That's the one that I think when I see you. That's the one that I think of the most. That one. I mean, I don't know if you thanked Kevin Cobb in your Hall of Fame speech. You probably deserved a little nut.
Thank him. No, I took that.
My favorite part. And it's by the way, it's so fitting. Your hat says ball hawk. Like you led the league in interceptions 3 different times. Like take a nice celebratory puff on that cigar for that. You blow past Brian. You blow past Brian Westbrook, which I love in that highlight. It's like my favorite thing. As we sort of look ahead to tonight, right? Because that was John Harbaugh's, obviously, like his first game against Andy Reid. You guys crushed them in that game way long ago, 36-7. We like our history. When you think about this matchup tonight and how much has changed, where does Ed Reed's head go and what it comes down to?
It's football back. It don't make or break you, but it lets you know where you at. You're building to get into the dance. That's all you want to do is get into the dance, and everything happens from there, but you gotta build towards it. You gotta stay healthy, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a championship atmosphere. So it actually almost puts you into a Super Bowl in Kansas City, I believe, a AFC championship type of game, that atmosphere is definitely what it's going to be. It's the start of football, so it's going to be electrifying. But, with that in mind, you got to treat it as such. I would treat it like that big game, that Super Bowl, which every one of them was to me like that. I treated everyone like a big game, regardless of who I was playing, regardless of who was quarterbacking. It's a go. So, you know, hopefully they have that mentality and ready to get out there and go for it.
You have the best safety mind in NFL history. I'd like to get your insight and ask you what seems like an easy question. If you're out there, how do you go about defending Mahomes, Kelsey, the whole lot?
Oh, I mean, we're gonna put our hands on them. We're gonna make sure we physical with them from the start of the snap. Kelsey would always have somebody hitting him. We would have somebody getting into Mahomes' face as much as we can, while at the same time exploiting his weaknesses and not letting him get the ball to the people that he like to get the ball to. There's no reason, there's no way Kelsey's going to have the catches he have and everybody else too. Something got to give.
Yeah.
You got to take away something. You can't take away everything. They're going to get theirs. They're a great team, but you got to punch back. So it's got to be everybody hitting on all cylinders. Offense, defense, special teams is not just going to be defense,
What are Mahomes' weaknesses?
What are Mahomes' weaknesses? Oh, shoot. I would have to study him.
I don't hear people say weaknesses. You've said go after his weaknesses. What are they?
His weaknesses is his targets that he like to go to. From my perspective, it's not hard to figure that out. You like to throw the ball to certain people, so that's one of them for me. I would exploit that. I must stay around that guy. I'm that guy. He's that guy. If you want to throw to him, you got to throw to me. You got to throw around me too. So, and that's situational. You got to understand the situations when you playing these games, schematically and all that too, to put yourself in position when he's looking for that guy, so to say.
And do you talk to Lamar? Are you around this Ravens team?
No.
Kyle Hamilton?
Like I said, I'm in my country. When I see him, I see these guys during the off season because, obviously I'm around football and football things. So we see each other a lot out. And when we do, we stop and talk to each other as much as we can. No, I don't know these guys personally like that, though. I'm not in their lives like that. I'm not on the phone with them, mentoring them or anything like that. If they needed me, though, they know how to find me. I'm not very hard. I speak to the Ravens rookies every other couple years.
Wow.
I talk to the rookies when they come in. Jamil McClain works over there, and my brother, who played on the Super Bowl team with myself. As the organization have a lot of Ravens over there. Even Zach, the DC now, Mike just left there, to go to Seattle. So it's a football factory that I love that Coach Harbaugh is invested in, into the culture and tradition that we talked about, that we had there from when Ray and Jonathan Ogden, started that thing back in '96 with Art Modell, and Steve still keeping it going. We have tradition. We have something special there in Baltimore.
Let's talk about Lamar a little bit. I think he got a lot of criticism. He really wants this one. You're saying treat it like a big game like you always did. Treat it like it's you're building towards winning a Super Bowl. He got a lot of flack for the AFC Championship performance. What do you need to see from him in this game tonight?
I mean, this is not an individual game, for one. It's not all on Lamar's back. You have people who are putting schemes together and calling plays too. From an individual standpoint, I think Lamar holds his own. You can't make certain mistakes, obviously, but it all plays together again. It all goes together: offense, defense, special teams, coaches, environment, all that alone, because I remember the game. I was there. I know we ran the ball 6 times, and I know we got Derrick Henry, and I know that'll come up. So it don't matter who we have in the backfield. If we run the ball 6 times, we're not going to win. You're not going to win no game running the ball 6 times unless you have Joe Ma or Tom Brady, somebody, Peyton Manning, maybe a couple other guys after that. Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick.
I love that
Joe
you're saying
Flacco.
this. Look, Ed, everyone's you're in Ed country. Everybody not in Ed country is saying it's about Lamar. It is all being put on Lamar. You're putting it on Monken.
No. I'm not putting it on anybody. I'm putting it on the whole. Okay. I'm not putting it on one individual. I'm sorry, I got a call.
No problem.
Sorry.
Now, don't say sorry to me, Ed. You're good. I want to know who's going to win the game. Who's winning tonight? What's it going to look like?
But yeah, I'm not putting it on one individual at all. I'm not putting it on one individual because this is a team sport. Again, football is the ultimate team sport. Yeah, individuals make mistakes, but football is still the team's ultimately a team sport.
Who's winning?
And what was the question?
I would like to know how this game is going to go tonight. Who's winning?
Be more. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. What you mean, who winning? Be more winning.
Be more.
You got yourself stuck.
Oh no! What happened?
He got himself stuck.
You keep bringing it up. You keep bringing. Is your dog named Be More?
Yeah, it was Baltimore, but Be More for short because dog 2 syllables.
Okay, well, hopefully Baltimore Ravens don't get stuck like your puppy Be More.
I know, right?
Ed, you don't have a puppy named Peyton Manning over there anywhere?
No, Peyton, my dog, though, from Louisiana. Boot Boys. See what happens. Be More just needs somebody.
Oh, look at beautiful trees, beautiful crisp wind out there in Ed country.
Give him a little help, and he's right back.
So you're the Derrick Henry. You're the Derrick Henry to help Be More.
There he goes. Look, don't he look like a little Derrick Henry? Look at him.
No, I'm not saying that. That's you saying that.
Yeah, run
oh my
the
gosh,
ball.
That's such a cute.
Keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground.
Oh my God.
Be More. Tell him keep it on the ground, boy. Say keep it on the ground.
Why haven't you been on Manning Cast? No
Why
invite.
haven't I been on Manning Cast?
No invite from Peyton.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
Okay.
Peyton and I talked about it. We're going to do that this year. We're bringing that live for you this year.
I got to ask you, you've never played Aaron Rodgers. I'm so upset about that. You were injured. How, he's 40, coming off an Achilles. He got to San Francisco on Monday night. How upsetting is it that you've never faced him?
God is so good. I talk about that all the time, that I never got to play in Lambeau, and I felt like it was like yesterday that I may have mentioned it, but I was hurt that game. I had surgery that year after.
Wow.
I didn't get to play. I tried my best to play in that stadium because of the history that Lambeau has. I'm a football historian. Don't know everybody, but I know everybody. I know I've seen it. But yeah, I was hurt. I didn't get to play against Aaron Rodgers, and I think that might be the game, one of those other games to watch. See what those Jets are going to do.
What do you think? Give me
I don't know.
quick prediction.
I think it's going to be a good game.
Who's winning?
I gotta see what Sauce and that defense gonna do. I'm a football fan, so I'm just watching. Like, I get away from football. Like, I truly am in my own country. And I've been like this when I was a player. Coach Harbaugh can tell you a story. He called me in one off season because we drafted. Just after the draft, he's like, "What you think about Jimmy Smith?" I'm like, "Jimmy Smith?" I said, "You signed Jimmy Smith from the Jaguars? What are you doing?" He was like, "No, we drafted Jimmy Smith, Colorado." I'm like, "Oh, all right, coach, I got to check him out." He's like, "What do you live in the hole somewhere?" I was like, "Yeah, man. I get away from football. Like, when football was over with, I separated my life. It was always something different to me because I knew what I was coming into in season. And spring was right around the corner. you know. So, you know, I didn't watch all this stuff here. Like, I didn't get to do this and watch this until, you know, it was in season and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't care to watch this stuff out of season, you know.
I get it.
Man, I just feel so bad right now, man. I got so much bad news of hip hop, you know, of my 90s hip hop. But yeah, it's just so bad.
Okay, we're going to take a break on the TV side, but I want to get some predictions for the season. We're here with legend, Hall of Famer Ed Reed, smoking a cigar, as one does when you're an absolute legend. But I got to get to some predictions. We're going to play a little game here, and I'll have more predictions on the end, at the other end of this commercial break. But it's a game that we're calling "What's Ed's Read?" What is your read on a certain situation? And I want to get some predictions out of you. What is your read on who will be the scariest player in the NFL in 2024? For so many years, it was you.
Oh, who would be the scariest player? I can't say Sauce because he had Connor. And they playing my young bull, young Kane at linebacker in Tennessee. I want to see what he does.
Okay.
James Williams.
Okay, I think it's Daniil Hunter.
I think that's, and I mean, he's a young rookie coming up. That's a great question. You might have me right there. You might have the person. I think you might have the person who's gonna do something.
Daniil Hunter?
You have to get back to me.
He's scary. He's a Texan now. He's got DeMeco Ryans. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, and the Texans are scary.
Is there a defense? What is Ed's read on the defense that we are sleeping on going into the season? Not the Jets, not the Browns. Who do you like?
The Raiders.
Okay.
I want to see what the Raiders defense do. Antonio Pierce is a defensive guy, so I know he's not going to slack there. I don't think he would let them slack anyway. It'll be interesting to see that defense slacks, you know. So I want to see what the Raider does. He's in there now. So
what's Ed's read on the team that has the best chance to upset the Chiefs three-peat?
They play them tonight.
The Ravens? I don't know. Tell me.
They ain't skicky. Yeah, they play them tonight. The AFC itself is going to be tough. Like I think the AFC gonna beat themselves up a good bit getting to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think the two teams to get to fight it out will be tonight. They got a sleeper third team out of the AFC.
Bengals?
Geez, who you know in Ohio? Besides, let me stop, man. They gonna cause some damage because they're the AFC North. They gonna cause damage. They always do.
Last one.
We knock each other off a good bit there.
Yeah.
But no, not the Bengals. The Texans is gonna be causing havoc.
You think?
Yeah, I believe that. I always search for. I mean, you know, I got little ties there.
Of course.
So I'm happy that DeMeco is over there doing the things he's doing, and I like what Stroud is doing too. You know, I mean, we got some historic stuff going on. Like, it's crazy. The times we live in are really beautiful. You know, just got to continue to grow on it.
Last one for you, and thank you so much for the time this morning. We have a lot going on. Last one for you. The Ravens win the Super Bowl if... Finish the sentence.
The Ravens win the Super Bowl if we play balanced football. If we play the football that we know to play in that building, regardless of what goes on outside of those gates at Winning Drive. If we play our type of football, you know, and put pride to the side, everybody to a man, yeah, we can win the Super Bowl, I think.
And it starts tonight.
I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in the locker room to see the players.
You can't hedge it. They win
and
if
it's
they...
any team. Okay. But it's any team. Like, this is any team. Like, you're asking me just my opinion. Like, just to the fans and to the football world. Like, we just give our opinion. We're not in the locker room, so we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know.
You're the best. If they're balanced, they'll get it done. I'd like to see it. Ball hawk, legend, Ed Reed, thank you.
We going to New Orleans, baby. We coming to New Orleans, you heard? Baltimore is back in New Orleans this year. You heard it again from me first before it gets started tonight.
That's where you got your win. It was my first Super Bowl I ever went to and covered. It was very special. Of course, it is to you as well. Ed, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe right here to get the latest from the show and check out more of the best clips from Up and Adams, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FanDuel.